So just as we learned how to subtract fractions on different denominators, we learn to add fractions on different denominators, we learn how to subtract fractions on different denominators. And that's what I mean by unlike. So unlike really means here on their denominators are different. That's all that I mean. Okay, so denominators being different means unlike fractions. So let's look at a simple problem, and we'll again use the idea that we had, which was of equivalent fractions. Remember what we did? We tried to use the idea of equivalent fractions to put our fractions on the same denominator. So let's say you have a problem like maybe 1 over 2 minus 1 over 8, and now you don't know how to subtract them. But now please note, so here's, let me make maybe I'll make a pie. I'm going to break it up into a half. So there's supposed to be two equal pieces, right? So I have a half a piece. So here's my half. So this is my half of the piece. And I have it, and I want to give away 1/8 of the whole pizza to this person. So now I have to think of my half as 8. So how do I do that? Well, I can take my half. And now remember, how do I have to? I have a 2 here in the denominator, and I want to get to an 8. So now you know that 2 fours are 8, which means I have to break up my half into 4 equal pieces, right? And then I'm going to break up the other half into 4 equal pieces also. So that means the total number of pieces will be 8. So let's start to break my half into 4 equal pieces. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I broke up my half into 4 equal pieces. Now I'm going to break up the other half, which I don't have, into 4 equal pieces. So now these are 8 pieces in all, and I have 4 of those. So that means this is equal to 4 over 8 minus 1 over 8, and now we are in business. That's just equal to 3/8. Okay, so let's look at the next problem. Maybe here's another problem. I have a bar of chocolate, not a full bar. I have 2/3 of this bar of chocolate, and I want to give 1/6 of this bar of chocolate away. So how do I do that? Well, what I can do is, let's break it up into 3 equal pieces first. So I have 3 equal pieces, and now I don't have, so it's really my choice. What I have is, I have 2 of these. So let me just randomly pick 2 of these. So I have this piece of the bar, and I have this piece of this bar. So I have 2 out of these 3 pieces, and I want to give a 6th away. Now remember, I have to convert a 3. This is my 3, has to be converted to a 6. So that means I have to take up each one of the 3 pieces and break them up into 2 pieces, because 3 2s are 6. So let me break up each one of my pieces into 2 equal pieces, and I'll also break up this piece into 2 equal pieces. Now note, I have 6 small green pieces, because each one of the big pieces got broken up into 2 pieces, and there were 3 pieces to begin with, so there are 6 equal pieces. And now I want to calculate, so 2/3 will become, as you can see, 4/6. So I get 2/3 is the same as 4/6 minus a 6th, and the answer would clearly be equal to 1/3, right? And now I can do another problem. Let's say if I want to do a more complex problem, let's try 2/3 minus a 6th minus a 1/3. So what's the answer over here? Well, now what I'm doing is I'm giving away further and further chocolates. So again, if I have already, what I've done is, so here's the bar again, or I can draw the bar again here. So this is my bar. So, and I can put all of these on a common denominator. So if I put these on a common denominator, this is just going to be equal to, so let me first draw it, and then we'll deal with the problem. So here's my bar of chocolate. I have thirds. I'm going to break up my thirds into two equal pieces. So each one of the thirds, so this was the third, this was the third, and this was the third. I broke up each third into two equal pieces. So now I get 6. I had 2/3 to begin with. So remember, this is what I had. So this is the chocolate I had. First, I gave 1/6 away. So maybe I gave away maybe this part of the chocolate. I gave. So now I'm trying to calculate. So this turns out to be equal to 4/6 minus 1/6 minus 2/6, because note 1/3 has become now 2/6, because one piece out of three big pieces is the same as two small green pieces out of six small green pieces, right? So this will become 2/6. So it is just 2/6. And now you can see that I can start giving away pieces. So maybe I gave away, first I can give maybe this piece away. So I give this piece away, the one that I've ticked. Then I gave away two more pieces. So maybe I can give away these two pieces. And I'm just going to be left with this one piece. So the answer is going to be equal to 1/6. And that's really the calculation that I've really done is, which is 4 minus 1 minus 2 is equal to 1. And this is the 1 because I'm just now dealing with 6. So I had 4/6 minus 1/6 minus 2/6, which is 1/6, exactly for the same reason as 4 oranges minus 1 orange minus 2 oranges is 1 orange. Okay, so the moral is put the fractions on a common denominator and just add and subtract the numerators as if they are whole numbers. But please remember that when you change the denominator, like right over here, you also have to change the numerator. It goes from 2 to 6. So when the fraction goes from, when your denominator goes from 3 to 6, your numerator also changes. It has to change from 4 to 6. Okay.